On the evening of January the 9th, 2013, a police department would respond to an urgent call of gunshots reported in a shopping center. An officer is already in the area for a different call. He is notified to look out for a black Chevy that is reportedly involved with the shooting. As the officer drives through the parking lot, he would find a black Chevy that fit the description. And as the officer checked the car, he would find it still running, with the driver having been shot, but still clinging to life. When the officer glanced over at the passenger front seat, he found the occupant to still be buckled in, but slumped over and motionless, having sustained a gunshot wound. And as the officer continued to assess the situation, he would find that there was another passenger in the back seat, and he too had been shot and was also deceased. The driver of the car would manage to exit the vehicle and speak with the officer, but he would not be much help in identifying the shooter. He would tell the detective that he drove the men to meet up with an unknown person who claimed that they wanted to purchase drugs. He would then say that he never saw the man's face and only remembered hearing 2 bangs, and then his head began to hurt. So the officers were left with 2 dead men and a witness who would be unable to give a description of the suspect. But as the officers began to obtain surveillance footage, they would catch a glimpse of a certain lifted Ford F-250 that was leaving the scene. And reviewing the message history of the victims, they would find a link to their potential suspect, a man saying he would meet them in that shopping center driving a certain type of lifted truck.
Sorry, keep you. Do you go on it?
Yes, sir.
What is your full name, Dave? What's your date of birth? Okay. How old does that make you? We appreciate you coming down here and talking to us. I told you out there that we need to talk to you about something very serious. I'm sure you're going to be eager to help us, okay? But before we start talking, you've seen TV and everything. I'm going to read you your rights real quick, okay?
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
So the rights are read.
You understand these rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you know what all that means?
Yes, sir.
We're still okay talking, right?
Remember, I told me what you needed.
What kind of car do you drive?
A black Chevy Cobalt. That's this.
What else?
That's it.
So how long have you had that Cobalt?
I don't know. I've had it a good minute. I got it from my uncle. I've had it for two years, give or take. Yeah, 2 years, give or take a few months.
What other vehicles were over at your house?
Wait, what?
What other vehicles at your house? Like your Cobalt's there?
Yeah, there's my Cobalt, my mom's Ford Explorer, and my stepdad's Ford.
Ford pickup?
Yeah.
What kind of pickup?
I don't know, I couldn't tell you.
What color is it?
White.
Okay. And he drives that?
Yes, sir.
What's your dad do?
Right now, he is working on the pipeline somewhere. I don't know.
Oh, he's not at home?
No.
Okay. So, when was the last time you drove that truck?
When we moved to this house, I had to drive the trailer. We've lived there for 5 months, 4 months, 5 months.
Okay. You don't drive it that often?
No, he doesn't let me.
You're not allowed to?
No.
Okay. So, let's talk about some of your friends.
Now, our boy Nick here has been out of high school for a little bit of time, but he still has friends from high school that live in a different town that he keeps touch with. And they're asking about those friends.
But who do you still stay in contact with?
Corey. Charlie, but he's always with Corey. Paige, obviously.
She's from.
Well, yeah, she's in. It's like in the back, I think. I don't know.
Yeah.
And that's actually it.
Well, you said you just hooked up a Paige about 2 months ago. How'd y'all reconnect? Or
Oh, my friend, I guess acquaintance, Greg, needed a ride because he got kicked out of his house, and so I took him to a motel, and he told Paige to go to his motel, and then she wanted to come home with me, so I let that happen.
okay. And then that led to
Yeah.
a romance.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's what got you out at 11 o'clock going to get McDonald's.
Yeah, she was hungry.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do what she wants.
When did she come over?
I don't know. It was pretty late. I think like 7 or 8. Yeah.
Well, what did your day consist of today?
What did my day consist of? Laziness. I threw some clothes in the dryer. Dryer in the washer. Played some video games. And watched IT Crowd.
I don't know what that is.
It's a British comedy show.
Okay.
It's kind of stupid.
That's all right. And you watched IT Crowd until she
Yes, sir.
hit you up?
Yeah, I was watching it until she picked up. Or, okay, whatever. Pulled up.
She just pull up, or did y'all talk first?
Well, no, we talked first. She told me she was coming over.
Okay. So you're telling me that you didn't leave the house at all today?
No.
You never left the house? Okay. Well, the reason I'm interested in talking to you is I want you to tell me a little bit about your friend Devon.
My friend Devon.
You know any Devons?
I know a few Devons.
Okay. Start
I
with
know a Devon Lewis.
Not Devon Lewis.
I know a Devon. I don't know his last name.
Where does he
I
live?
know another one. What's up?
Where does he live?
I have no clue. I haven't talked to him in a minute.
Okay. What about the one that you talked to today?
I didn't talk to no Devon today.
You didn't communicate with anybody on Snapchat named Devon?
No.
Okay. You smoke marijuana?
No, sir.
I'm not here to talk to you about marijuana. Do you smoke marijuana?
No, sir.
Do you buy marijuana?
No, sir.
Why are you grinning?
I just ready to go home.
I understand. And once we get to the bottom of this and you help me out a little bit, then we can get you home. Okay? So, I know that you communicated with Devon today. I know that you met up with Devon today. I want you to tell me about that. You've got to.
Yeah, I bought some blood from him.
Okay. Where did y'all meet?
Where we always meet. It was, I forget what it was called. I don't know.
This is a regular meeting spot for you two?
Yeah. We used to meet there all the time.
Okay. I'm not concerned about you buying marijuana from him. I want you to tell me about y'all's meeting.
We just said hello, shook hands, and took the blood and left.
Who was with him?
I don't know, his friend was driving him, and some other boy in the back seat. I don't remember any of their names.
Okay, you're doing good so far. Let's back up. What kind of vehicle was he in?
Oh, I do not remember.
Describe it for me.
Yeah, it was a car.
Color.
Dark.
Okay. And where was he parked?
I don't know how to describe it. If I knew what the freaking place was called.
Yeah, let's start by that. So how would you get there from your house?
Yeah, I go south.
Go south.
And then I'd meet him somewhere.
Did you go all the way down?
Yeah, it was like at a Taco Bell.
No.
Yeah.
No. It's a place before that.
More recently than Taco Bell.
What?
More recently than Taco Bell.
More recently than Taco Bell.
Something significant about the parking lot. So you said you don't know what's in there.
I don't know.
Is it right off the freeway?
I don't remember.
So you were doing good. And talking about, I'm explaining to you that we're about the purchase of marijuana and you're not snitching on him.
I remember there was a road. I don't remember the freeway.
Okay. Were you with anybody today?
No. I was by myself. Well, I mean, I was with my family, but...
Family consisting of who? Your brother and your mother?
Yeah.
Which car were you on?
What?
Which car were you on when y'all met Devon?
Well, no, I met Devon, and I was in my black Chevy Cobalt.
Now, you guys are going to get a kick out of this part.
Are you sure you weren't in your dad's truck?
Yes, sir, I'm sure.
You can try to lie, but body language, it tells on you.
Well, I want you to be a little bit more specific on where you met him. Tell me something significant about that parking lot. Is there a theme to the stores in there?
I don't remember. I don't ever look around.
Or a landmark in the parking lot?
Dude, I honestly don't know.
Well, how about like a water tower?
I don't know.
Well, y'all had to agree.
I don't ever go down there.
Y'all agreed to meet somewhere.
Well, yeah, I just put the address in Google Maps and go there, man.
Y'all didn't use a location? Like,
Use a
hey, meet me at the mall.
No. No, we didn't.
On the back row or the first row?
No. Because my phone wasn't working. And so he just had to find me.
So you pull up and he's in his black car, or a black car. Well, where is he sitting?
The front passenger seat.
Who's in the driver's seat?
I don't know, the guy he paid to drive him.
He pays somebody to drive him?
Yeah.
Are you assuming that, or are you?
No, he told me he pays him to drive him around.
What do you think his name is?
I have no clue.
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't think he ever actually told me his name.
And who else was there?
I don't know. There was some other kid in the back seat with me.
These kids look about your age or older? Or
yeah. I'd say about my age.
Who did you greet and talk to?
Just Devon. And then I was just like, what's up, guys? Other than that.
Just tell me how the transaction goes down. Mm-hmm. Y'all already worked it out, right, before you get there, that you're going to buy bud?
Yeah. And we just shook hands. He handed me the bullet. I handed him the cash.
How much did he give you?
Does this really matter?
It really doesn't, but I would like to hear it.
Okay. 6 grams.
Okay. What does that come in? Is it a bag?
Yeah.
Show me about the portion. Okay. Other than what's up, man, what was y'all's conversation like?
None. I was trying to get out of there.
Okay. How much does 6 grams cost you?
$60.
Okay. And you paid him in cash?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What time did this occur?
Fuck, I don't know. No, really no. One time.
And this is where it gets important. Okay? The 6 grams is not that important. This is pretty important. What time did that occur?
I left 4. Hardly got home. I left around 2:35, 2:40.
Okay. Probably how long of a drive?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. And you pull in the parking lot, you see him. Or do you
But he sees me, I got there first.
You got there first?
Yeah.
Did you back in or did you pull straight in?
I backed in.
Okay. Are we talking about the down there off the side of the road? Well, how do you not know?
I
Again,
just don't know.
Oh, how did you end up there?
I drove.
I know. How did you end up at that location?
He told me where to meet him.
He told you where to meet him?
Yeah.
Did he send you a pin drop? Did he send you a
No.
address?
Text message.
He sent you a text message?
Or he said,
Well, first of all, let's clarify. Y'all communicate through Snapchat?
yeah.
You know that I already know all this, but I need you to
Oh,
explain how it gets put together, okay?
Yeah, gotcha.
And I need you to be very specific with these details for your benefit. Do you know why for your benefit?
No, I do not.
What are you guessing right now?
Oh, that's well, never mind.
No, never mind. This is very important.
No, I was about to say that somebody snitched on me, but you said the blood wasn't important.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
You think he would?
No, well, I don't know.
How do you know Devon?
Somebody sent me his phone number one day. We weren't good friends or anything.
It was a place for you to get marijuana?
Yeah.
When did you receive that?
I don't know, man. Like a year ago.
So you've been buying from him for about a year?
Like, I guess you could say that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I bought from him for, I don't know, a few weeks, and then I just stopped. And then I started again, and then he was like, well, I can't do it anyway.
So he would sell on and off? You know anything else about him?
No.
You know where he works or any of his friends?
I know he has a dog.
That's it?
Yeah, he used to have his dog with him when he make drops.
Okay. You know how much he sells on these drops?
No.
I'm not asking you to snitch on him.
But no, I honestly do not know.
But you're making it sound like he rolls around and makes a couple of deals, right?
Well, I mean, I'm guessing that's what he does. He's a drug dealer.
Okay. Clarify with me real quick, and if it's not important, then your dad will never even know about it. You sure you weren't in your dad's truck?
I'm sure.
Now, as we head to our first commercial break, this is the second time that they have asked him about being in his dad's truck. So, hey, he already denied it twice. It's going to be very interesting to see what evidence they have and also how he tries to weasel his way out of possibly being in this truck. So this is going to be fun. You're going to enjoy this. We'll be right back.
You sure you're wearing your cobalt?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So he pulls up next to you. Which way are you facing? Are you facing the freeway? Or are you facing the buildings?
I don't remember if there was a freeway. I was facing the buildings.
Okay, and he pulls opposite of you?
He pulled like, I don't know, 2 spots over.
Okay. He gets out of the car or you get out of the car?
No, I got out of the car.
Are you by yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You sure you're by yourself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. He gets out of the car. Where does he get his bud from?
I have no clue.
Does he get out of the car or you get out of the car?
No, I got in his car. Or Whoever was driving, it was his car.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got in their car.
From where?
My car.
I know. Well, how did you get in the car? Where did you go in?
What do you mean?
He's in the front passenger seat.
Oh,
Somebody's driving.
The back. Back left side, my bad. Driver's seat.
You're behind the driver.
Behind the driver.
Behind the driver. Do you remember it being tough to get into that seat?
No.
I mean, did you have to go between another car? Was there something blocking you? Was he parked up next to a box truck or
No,
anything
it was
like
an
that?
empty spot in between us.
It was empty?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me something in the location.
I don't know, dude.
Business. Close to this. Close to that. You didn't give me much lead on where you live, but I figured it out, right? So try something like that.
Do you know where the road is?
Yep.
Let me think down there.
Tees with crack. 2 blocks east of the freeway.
Okay. And so you were in some kind of business there?
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I'm just tired, dude.
I am too. That's why if you could help us out and go a little quicker, this would be.
Did you tell Devon what kind of car you were going to be driving?
Yeah.
What'd you tell him?
My black Chevy.
When you're sitting in the car with Devon, were you sitting right behind him or
No, the opposite side. Yeah. So it's here. He's here.
Where's he pull the dope out from?
I don't know. He already had it in his hands.
When did you shake his hand?
As soon as I got in the car.
Like catty corner over the.
Just.
You're in the back seat. He's in the front seat. Though,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
This is important. Way more important than the 60 grams or 6 grams, $60. So you reach over and shake his hand. There. Do either one of the other guys say anything to you? Remember seeing anything else in the car?
No.
You're the
I
only one
mean,
that.
they had real lows.
I'm sorry.
They had real lows. I mean, that was about it.
cigars?
Yeah. I mean,
Were they smoking?
well, not when I got in the car, but I mean, that's all I remember about the car.
I know. Okay.
Because it was just a bright blue package.
So when you got in the car, was it all smoked up? Were they smoking?
No, it wasn't.
You sure you don't want anything to drink?
I'm sure, man.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You're doing good. Hang tight. You have anything else?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
You sure you don't want anything? I get your water coat.
Yeah. Water, please.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes, please.
So they give him a 5-minute break. And I mean, they've got to be out there saying, have you ever seen somebody lie this much? We got all this evidence, and this guy is really still going to lie. He's still going to do this. I mean, he's such a liar. He's the father of lies. He's telling Satan, hold my beer. I mean, this dude, he's throwing stuff at the wall to see what will stick, and it's sliding down. Ain't nothing sticking.
Here you go.
Appreciate you. Is Paige here?
Yeah, she's pretty fresh.
She is.
Just talk to that Hey, Nick. You been wearing these clothes all day?
Yes, sir.
You were wearing those when you met? So.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Nick, before we go any further, I'm going to let you know that the reason I do know a lot about what happened during your day and where you were at is everywhere has cameras. You know better than anybody. Everywhere has cameras and video.
Oh, I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
So on the questions, and you know what I know, you know when I ask it, I can see it on your face. That I probably know what I'm asking, and I just need you to explain it to me on where you were, what you were doing, or how it went down, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And you know that we know that you were there at the and then bought Bud from Devon and the two guys that were there, right? That you were over there, made contact with them. You're a smart guy.
Well, yes, I've met them.
Okay.
And I bought Bud from them.
He asked if that's what you've been wearing all day.
Yes.
When was the last time you showered?
When I woke up, I think.
What time do you think that was?
8, 9 o'clock.
Okay. Was your mom home?
No, she was at work.
Where does she work? What is that?
It's the lumber yard where I used to work.
How long have you been unemployed?
Unemployed from you. Let's see, it's February. 8 months. 7 months.
How do you fund yourself?
Well, right now I'm staying with my mother.
Well, where do you get $60 for 6 grams?
And I still had money left.
Okay. Hey, wake up. And we'll finish this up, okay?
Sorry.
He's got some other questions.
My bad.
Yeah, don't fall asleep on me.
What do you got?
Boy, my parents would have snatched my soul away talking to somebody like that, too.
So you communicate on Snapchat, right?
Yeah.
So would you say if I told you we had access to some of these messages and I've already read them? And it kind of alters. It kind of differs from what you're telling me.
And we want to believe you.
No.
You've been doing good so
Do you want to use your phone to refresh your memory?
No. I don't need to.
Because I've already seen the messages, and that's not.
So have I.
And that's not what was said.
That's what it said. Same as always.
Nick, why would you tell us that you were in your Cobalt when you were in your dad's truck?
I wasn't.
I know that you are because that's how he was to know where to find you. It was in your Snapchat.
No.
Nick, you were in the truck.
I was not. I was in my car.
Do we need the printed out pictures of it to get past this?
No, I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I don't see why you would not tell us that you were in the truck. Why are you hiding the truck part?
I'm not.
Just give me an explanation on the truck, man.
I wasn't in the truck, man.
Were you supposed to be in the truck?
No, I have a car.
Okay, well, why'd you tell them you were in the truck?
I didn't.
Did somebody else tell you they were in the truck?
I don't know.
Was somebody else in your dad's truck?
I don't know. The keys get left in the garage. It's a possibility.
Well, that's not how it works, man.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
You tell me by telling me what happened out there.
I bought some weed and I went home. That's what happened.
You know that's not all that happened.
I do know that's all that happened.
No.
Listen, just because you don't want it to be true doesn't mean it is.
No,
That's all that happened.
it's not true.
It is true.
No, it's not. It's absolutely not true, Nick.
We wouldn't be here.
You don't get stopped in the parking lot of a McDonald's because you bought some bud earlier in the day. That's not how this works. But you lying to me about the truck and then telling me the keys, somebody else took my truck.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So we have to get past this.
I wasn't in the truck. Okay.
Who was in the truck?
I don't know, man.
You do know.
Go ask somebody. I do not know.
I'm asking you.
I do not know who was in the truck. Okay? I was not in the truck.
Why'd you tell Devon you were in the truck?
I didn't.
Start explaining, man. Because you did.
There's nothing to explain.
Oh, there's a lot to explain.
There's nothing to explain. Okay?
Do you think that you're here for marijuana?
I don't know what I'm here for. You haven't really told me anything.
Well, what we're discussing with you right now is a double homicide. And I think you know that.
I do not, actually.
You did not just meet with Devon to go buy marijuana.
Yes, I did. We just met. Exchanged whatever. Worked. Just like always.
You're the last one to meet with him, and now everybody's dead. And your dad's truck is there at the location that you met him, that you told him to meet you in the white truck.
No.
This isn't looking good for you, Nick.
Dude, I didn't do anything.
It doesn't work like that.
I didn't do anything.
Then start explaining to me.
What do you want me to explain?
I want you to explain the series of events. I want you to tell me what happened tonight. Nick, you have to.
I don't like snitching, man.
This isn't snitching.
This is snitching. Because I didn't do anything.
Let me hear it then. This doesn't go anywhere else right here. You're not in a position. And to stand on that, I don't like snitching. You are in a spot.
Yeah, I know.
Listen to me, Nick.
It's my face.
I understand. I've been nothing but honest with you, right? And look at me, and I'm not here about Bud.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what happened tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
You know right from wrong, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And you know what happened tonight. That's not about snitching.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
We gotta move forward.
Okay. My buddy Charlie drove my stepdad's truck to pick up Bud for us.
All right, here we go. Now we have a new story that our suspect is given to the detectives to explain why the truck got to the crime scene. His buddy Charlie did it. Let's see how he's able to support this claim and how the detectives will counter it. We'll be right back.
And he said that they tried to rob him.
Okay. Look. I asked you if you were by yourself all day. You weren't?
Well, he came to the house for a little bit.
Okay. What time did he come home?
I don't know.
Lunchtime?
It was after lunch.
Your mom's at work, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You text Devon? Or Snapchat Devon?
Yeah.
Buy bud. Do you frequently buy bud from Devon?
Yes. I bought it as a Valentine's Day gift.
Is that what modern women want for Valentine's Day these days? It's like, don't give me no roses or nothing. Give me some weed.
Okay. How often do you buy from him?
Not often at all. Like, this is the first time in a long time.
Okay. So why didn't you go get him?
Because I do not like driving. And Charlie said he would do it for me.
Who is Charlie?
What?
Who is Charlie?
He's a friend I met. So, he's at a campfire one night. He lives not too far from my house.
Does he drive?
No. He doesn't even have a cell phone.
Do you know where he lives?
No.
This is not important.
Dude, I don't know what you need me to tell you. I don't know. I don't know where he lives.
Okay, so just tell me what happened. You were buying this weed for Valentine's Day gift, and Charlie's at your house. Start from there and tell me a story.
Charlie came over, said what's up. He wanted some weed, so did I. So I said, I got a plug if you go get it. And he went and got it for me. Came back. And told me that they tried to rob him.
He just said, hey, they tried to rob me. Here's the bud.
No, I mean, it was a little bit more dramatic than that.
Yeah, I would like to hear that dramatic. Explain it to me.
I don't know, he was just freaking out saying that he shot somebody.
And your response was?
Yeah, holy shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what response should you have?
Then what?
I told him he needed to leave. So he grabbed his weed and he left.
Because he shoots people all the time?
No.
Okay, you haven't given me anything but a guy named Charlie that lives close to you.
What do you want me to give you?
It's still you. At this point, it's still you. You've given me a phantom, nothing,
Dude.
but it's your dad's truck. I want to believe you, but you're not giving me enough. You're not telling me anything. And if that's the case, off of a code of I don't want to snitch.
Well, no, I
You're
just told you snitched.
You snitched on a fictitious Charlie to some guy that lives around. I need to know who Charlie is and where he lives. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're a smart guy.
No,
You understand what you're sitting here for.
I know it. Yeah. I didn't fucking.
You were looking at a homeless, phoneless Charlie. That's it.
Well, he's not homeless. He lives with somebody. And he lives with like a buddy of his or something. Couch hopping, whatever you call it.
What's his buddy's name?
Corey.
So it's Charlie and Corey.
Yeah.
And where do they live?
I don't know. I met him at a campfire one night. We were all drinking. It was a birthday party.
So go back to him coming back and telling you I shot somebody.
Okay, what about?
Let's go back.
What about?
You got to be more detailed than that. Where are you sitting? What happens?
I gotta be more detailed. I was waiting in the garage for him to pull up. And he just pulled in, hopped out, started saying that, they tried to rob me, I just shot him. And I told him he needs to get off my property. And
Did he leave the car running?
no, he gave me the keys.
Okay. Did he pull out the 6 grams?
Yeah.
Was it still 6 grams?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. It was your $60 about the 6 grams?
Yeah.
Okay. Does he present you the weed first and say, here's the 6 grams, I shot somebody? What? I'm not there. Tell me how it went.
Well, he just got out with it in his hand. So I'm guessing it was like in the cup holder or something. He just grabbed the keys and me and he got out. He said, man, he started freaking out on me. And handed me my shit.
You said, you got to get off my property?
Yeah. You gotta go, you just...
Oh, what did he shoot these guys with?
I don't know, man. He didn't tell me. I told him to leave.
Well, so that's still in your dad's truck?
I don't know.
Did you look?
No. There's not a gun in my stepdad's truck, so I wouldn't look. All of his guns are locked away.
I didn't say it was one of your stepdad's guns.
Well, I mean...
If Charlie just came back and said he shot somebody, I'm not there. You're the one that experienced this.
Well, I might think somebody would take a murder weapon with him.
That's what you're telling me, that he took it with him?
I'm guessing he did. Wouldn't you?
Well, if I knew that Charlie murdered somebody, I would tell the people asking him who Charlie was, because...
Dude, he's Charlie.
No. I'll tell you what's going on right now. Nick, you're sitting in that chair looking at capital murder.
Dude, I did not do this, man.
If you didn't do this, I want to help you.
I didn't.
I don't care about 6 grams of marijuana. Nobody else cares about 6 grams of marijuana. But Charlie from a campfire is not going to work, dude. Nick, you were raised better than that. You know that this is not going to work.
I don't know. At one point, I don't know. Man, that one more. No, was it?
You don't know what?
I'm trying to remember the road.
Nick, what's Charlie's name?
His name is Charlie.
What's his full name?
I don't know. I've never asked.
How do you contact Charlie?
I don't.
Don't bullshit me.
I don't. I barely know him.
Nick, look at me. I haven't lied to you once.
Yeah, okay.
You've lied to me several times. I'm getting past that. Look at me. I have not lied to you. I'm going to tell you another truth. You're not getting in your phone or getting your phone back. Do not lie to me about who Charlie is or how you contact him.
I do not know his last name, and he does not have a phone. I cannot contact Charlie. That's what I'm telling you. That's the truth.
What about his roommate, Corey, or whatever you said?
I don't have his number.
Who is it again?
Corey. I don't know, man. I met them at a fucking bonfire. We got drunk together. That was it.
And you trusted him going in your dad's truck with $60?
Well, yeah, it was already dinged up, and we were about to fix it because somebody ran into it. Yeah, so I didn't really care.
You didn't really care that he was going to steal your dad's truck?
You didn't.
And then take your $60?
You didn't steal it.
I didn't say you did.
Yeah, you did. You just said he stole his.
You didn't care about that. You didn't worry about that. You didn't worry about that. Right? You didn't worry that he was just going to... He only knows me by Charlie. He'll never see this F-250 again. And $60.
Where's he going to go? He can't go nowhere.
You don't even know where he lives. You see what I mean? Nick, you're way smarter than this.
Allegedly.
Remember earlier when I talked to you? I said it's going to behoove you to come talk to me.
It's going to be what?
Behoove you. Help you. I'm here to help you. I know you don't feel like it, but you're sitting in a chair facing capital murder right now. Do you know what capital murder is?
Not exactly.
Death penalty.
Oh, yeah?
You're a young man.
It's gonna come out eventually.
Trying to run through, you know.
Like a Band-Aid, the best way to take care of it is just pull it off.
Yeah, dude.
I know the truths are hard to get out.
Okay.
But you're gonna feel better when you get them out.
Corey Thompson. I want to say this. It's Thompson. Corey Thompson. Yeah, Corey Thompson. I don't know where he lives. I just know they live.
You said he lives nearby you. Does he live in?
Well, no, Corey lives nearby or in. My bad.
Corey?
Yes.
You're sure it's Corey?
Yeah, Corey lives in.
You're sure it's Corey?
What do you mean?
His name is Corey. You're 100%.
Oh, yes, his name is Corey, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think his name is Thompson?
Yes, I believe it's Thompson.
And there's a real Charlie.
Yes, there is a real Charlie.
Corey and
I know
Charlie.
this looks fucking...
No, this looks fucking horrible. You don't understand.
I know, dude, I do understand.
How many times have you been to Corey's house?
Once.
Once.
Yeah.
Direct me there. How do you get there?
So he attempts to show the officer how to get over to Corey's house and totally frustrates him. So this happens.
He's not in your phone, Corey Thompson?
No. He's not.
He's not. And when I say phone, I'm talking text, phone numbers, Snapchat, Facebook, whatever.
He's not.
You just drive to his house?
Well, no, I rode with somebody.
And what's your connection to this Corey?
He was we have a mutual friend. So we all went drinking. It's like some creep.
Somebody other than Charlie?
Yeah.
Another mutual friend of yours?
Yeah, no, I met Corey through
Tell me the guy's name.
Connor. And then met Charlie through Corey.
Okay. I'm going to need you to give me the details in the narrative form. I need you to tell me everything that happened. Just like you have to tell me what happened, because now Corey, okay? Was Corey in the car? Was Corey with Charlie today?
Corey wasn't there. I just said that Charlie was staying with Corey at one point.
Okay.
That's all I was saying. I'm not saying I know where he is.
Then why are we talking about Corey? You told me Charlie just killed 2 people.
Because he might be at Corey's is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He might be at Corey's.
Or he might be where?
I have no clue. I wouldn't know where else. The only place I know where he stayed is Corey's.
How did he get to your house today?
Oh, he walked, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he hitched a ride.
Was he by himself?
Yeah, he was by himself. He just showed up.
And you let him take your dad's truck by himself?
Yes, sir.
Don't lie to me about this, Nick.
Not, sir. I'm not.
If you were there and you were not a part of it, I need you to tell me that.
I was not there, sir.
Every little lie goes against you.
I was not there.
Kind of like you just remembered where is now, all of a sudden. And earlier, remember we played that game? And you're like, I don't know the places.
Yeah.
All right, I don't want to do that anymore.
Okay.
I need you to tell me what occurred this evening.
Yeah. Well, Charlie borrowed the truck. That was it. You know the rest. I've told you 3 times now.
Charlie gets back to your place. He pulls up. You're in the garage? Was that true?
Yes, sir.
Tell me from there.
He pulls up. Has all the shit in his hand. Says, hey.
All the wet shit.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. It was the keys, the weed, and I think his phone. I'm remembering correctly. And he gave me my keys and the weed.
He put them where? He gave them to
in
you?
my hand.
Okay.
He said, hey, Devon tried to rob me, and I shot him. And then I was kind of freaking out because I didn't expect Devon to be like that. And then I told him to leave. That's it.
And what did he do?
He left.
How did he leave?
He walked out the neighborhood towards.
Did he just turn around? Did he say,
Yeah, he just turned around and left.
sorry?
No, he just turned around and left.
Okay.
That was it.
He's not mad. He didn't get any weed.
No, he got his weed. It was in 2 separate bags.
So he handed you half the weed.
Well, he paid for his own weed. I paid for mine. We just brought it together.
I don't know.
You don't? Okay, I bought 6 grams. Okay? And he needed some weed too. I don't know how much he got. So I gave him my money and said, hey, just pick up this weed and bring me mine back.
Okay. Explain to us who Charlie is. His name's Charlie. That's all you've told us.
Yeah,
I'm assuming he's a male.
He is a male. He's a short, skinny stoner guy.
White, black, Hispanic,
White.
Asian?
White. I don't know. He's pretty. He's got long blonde hair, or not blonde, brown hair.
When you say long, how long?
Probably shoulder length. Yeah, I'd say shoulder length.
Facial hair?
No.
How old is he?
He's about my age, so he's probably 19, 20.
Where does he work?
Oh, I don't think he does.
Okay. What school did he go to?
I have no clue. Never asked.
What do y'all talk about?
Music. I mean, I don't know.
What was he wearing today?
Red hoodie and blue jeans.
Shoes?
Hey. Sorry. I get my days mixed.
Picture him handing you your stuff and telling you this news. What was he wearing?
Okay. He was wearing a fucking gray shirt with his hoodie over his back. That's what it was.
Okay, what color's the hoodie?
Gray. It was a dark color. I'm gonna say gray. Could have been brown.
Was he wearing jeans?
Yes, sir.
What kind of shoes is he?
Like skater shoes.
Skater shoes? Was he wearing a hat?
He always wears a hat.
What kind of hat? Hat like yours?
No, it was like a.
Ball cap?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Is any of that stuff at your house?
Yes,
Is your mom at your house?
sir.
Okay. None of those clothes are at your house right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know we're at your house right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He did not discard any of those clothing items?
No. Not in my house, no.
Then tell me where.
Well, no, I don't know if he did. It's not in my house, that's what I'm saying.
Did he leave anything in your dad's truck?
No, sir.
Did you go back and search your dad's truck?
No, sir.
Did you go back and look in your dad's truck?
No, sir.
Did it cross your mind that there would be remnants from a shooting in your dad's truck?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Remnants from a shooting in your dad's truck? What did you do? What did you do as he walked away? How did you react to this?
What do you mean?
What did you do? You told him to leave and then he left. Did you just open the bag and start smoking?
No, I just locked the truck, closed the garage, went inside. That's what happened. planned on, you know.
And what?
Nothing.
Planned on what?
I was just forgetting about it. And let the justice system do its job. But
Okay.
yeah, apparently I can make evidence.
That you didn't call us and tell us, hey, I know Charlie just shot somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Charlie killed somebody?
Well, he just said he shot someone. He didn't say he killed someone.
You say someone or some people?
He said people.
Okay. You've done pretty good, but I still don't know who Charlie is.
Dude, honestly, I don't either.
Tell me how I can find out who he is.
I really don't know.
Did he tell you how many people he shot?
No, sir.
Did he tell you how many people were there?
No, sir.
Did he tell you anything about where he did his
Well, I mean,
transactions?
yeah, he told me that when he got in the car and they tried to rob him. And that was about it.
Tell us about that.
I don't know what to tell you.
Did you tell us what he told you?
Dude, I've already told you this.
Or if Charlie's imaginary, you can tell us what you remember. It's up to you.
Charlie's not imaginary. Charlie's a real person.
Well, tell us what Charlie said.
Nick,
Yeah, I'm just tired, man.
I know. I'm pretty tired, too. Look at me. You don't know how many people were there?
I know Devon and the driver were there for a fact. Because he told me that he had someone driving for him. He paid someone to drive.
Devon told you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he usually hangs out with more people, so I figured there'd be a third guy. And I just knew that Devon and the driver were in the car.
But you told me 3 people were in the car when you were telling me that you went to
figured
go
that
weed.
there were 3 people.
Huh?
I figured there were 3.
You told me there were 3 people.
I figured there were 3 people. That's why I said that.
Well, right now, considering I don't know who Charlie is, I don't know if I can figure if there is a Charlie. Right now, I figure Nick was there.
That's Charlie. That's Charlie. I don't know how to contact Charlie. I don't know where to find Charlie. Oh, man.
We can find people. We just need to know who to find.
His name is Charlie. I know that. He lives like down back behind 80. Take the first right, or the first light. You take a right.
Corey or Charlie?
It's the Corey. But I don't know if Charlie's there or not. That's the thing. You'd have to check.
So that's the direction they decide to go in. If we can figure out who Corey is, then maybe we can figure out who Charlie is. So one officer leaves and goes to get a map to try to help him out. And the other one has an interesting discussion with him.
Most likely. Probably.
Give me 1 second.
Damn, dude.
So stressful situations aren't new to you, right? Was it stressful when Charlie came back?
Yeah.
Was Paige there when Charlie was there?
No, sir.
She ever met Charlie?
No, sir.
Has Corey ever been to your house?
No, sir.
How did Charlie know where you live?
Because I told him. Because I told him if he needed a place to stay, he'd come stay in my house.
How many times has he been over?
That was the first time.
Did you describe the house to him, or did you just give him your address?
He gave me the address.
And did you Google it on his phone?
I have no clue, man. Most likely.
You ever see him use a phone?
No.
How do you know he doesn't have one?
Because I asked for his number one day and he said he didn't have a phone.
But the officers, they're getting a little worn down from this. I mean, the guy's just he keeps moving the goalposts. He keeps lying. Every time they get him cornered, he just kind of works his way to another corner of the room. So they decide, I guess, to do a little goodwill with him, and they buy him some lunch, or I guess dinner. It's kind of late. And, it kind of has a little bit of an effect. Let's see what happens.
Do you remember anything else? Do you remember anything else? While you were eating, did anything else come to mind that's going to help? Okay.
Oh, I thought you were bringing me a map.
Okay. Do you want us to know who Corey and Charlie are?
What?
Do you want us to know who Corey and Charlie are?
Yeah.
Do you?
What?
Are you telling me they're the ones responsible for this?
I'm not saying Corey did anything.
Do you want me to know who Corey and Charlie are?
What are you getting at?
Do you want me to know?
Probably.
Or are you just messing with us and just giving us a little bit of this, a little bit of that?
Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't know his last name. Give me a map and I will try to show you where he lives.
They're in your phone.
His address?
Well, I'm the police. If you give me his identity in your phone, I can find where he lives. Just like I found where you lived. Now, do you want to help?
I don't have Charlie's number.
You have Corey's.
I don't have Corey's number. Bring me my phone. I don't have Corey's number.
How do you get in contact with Corey?
Oh, shit. Maybe a Snapchat? I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't?
I don't remember.
You got contact with?
My memory shit.
Why is your memory shit?
Drugs.
So I want to get a hold of Corey. And you've given me Corey's name. What's Corey's name again?
Yeah, Corey.
Last name.
Oh, I'm Thompson. Yeah, sounds about right.
How old is he?
I have no clue. To 23.
Older than you?
Yeah.
How do you know him?
I met him at a friend's birthday party. It was a bonfire. We got drunk.
And was your girlfriend there?
Yes.
Nick, focus.
Sorry.
Nick, you gotta focus, or I can just go ahead and I can just send you to jail right now.
Dude, don't go to. I didn't do this, man.
Okay. Well, you start shutting down on me, closing your eyes.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm just tired.
You should be wide awake because of everything I just told you.
I didn't do this, man.
Okay. If you didn't do this, you're going to tell me who did it. And we've gotten Charlie and a Corey Thompson.
Yeah.
So now how do I get a hold of Corey Thompson? He's in your phone because you get a hold of him through your phone. Do you want to give me consent to look through your phone?
Can I look through my phone?
No, you can allow me to look through your phone.
Well,
Because right now, you haven't been completely honest with me up to this point. So no, I'm not going to give you your phone. But if you want to help, if you want to do the right thing, you can give me consent to look through your phone, get Corey Thompson's name off there. That way I can find out where he lives. That way I can go get Charlie, and this can all be done. Okay, what?
Just bring my phone and you can look through my contacts.
Well, I'm going to download your phone and look through your contacts.
Oh, okay.
That's okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's whatever, man. I'm just ready to get out of here.
I know. And I'm ready to get you out of here. But I don't like pulling teeth on all this information from you. Nick, the one thing that I don't understand about having to pull these teeth is either you're hiding something and not telling me the whole truth, or you're not being cooperative with me.
I didn't want to send him to jail, you know,
You're not sending them to jail if you had nothing to do with this.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
Look at me, Nick. You're telling me that they did this.
Well, I'm saying he did, not they. Not
Either way, I'll determine that. And you're about to let them send you to jail.
No.
Okay. If that's the case, then I need the whole truth, okay? The whole truth.
You got it.
I've already gotten it?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I haven't.
Yes, you have.
I have not.
What do you mean? What are you missing?
I'm missing quite a bit.
Because I don't know Charlie's last name. I don't know Corey's address.
How does Charlie and Corey know each other?
They're friends. I have no clue.
Okay.
They knew each other before I knew them.
All right. You've already explained to me that you don't mind us looking through your phone.
Real quick, what's model is your iPhone?
I have no clue, man. 6.
This consent search form?
So he gives the officers permission to search his phone. And while one of them is actually downloading it, the other one continues the conversation.
Do you communicate with Charlie? Do you Snapchat or anything?
I don't know.
Now, how did he get to your house again?
He walked.
You didn't pick him up?
No, sir.
Are you 100% sure?
I'm 100% positive.
And y'all drove straight back to your house?
Well, I wasn't with him. He drove my stepdad's truck over there.
To your house?
No, well, to the place to meet Devon and then back to my house.
Okay. He drove to meet Devon
Yes.
from your house in your dad's truck.
Yes.
And then after that, he drove straight back
Yes.
to your house.
He did.
He did.
Yes, sir.
He didn't go anywhere else?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
I promise that's the truth.
That he drove straight back?
Yeah, he drove straight back.
Okay. Then he gets there. Explain that to me again.
He got out of the truck with weed and the keys in his hand, his phone in the other one, his jacket over his shoulder, and he's freaking out.
Is he freaking out?
Well, I mean, yeah, kinda. I mean, not like, but like, worried, And he was like, they tried to rob me. I shot, he said them.
He said them?
Yeah, he said them.
Okay.
And I freaked out on him. And I told him to leave, and he did.
Okay, you said this earlier, and then where did he start walking?
He just walked towards. I didn't see him. I stayed in my garage.
From your garage? How do you know that he walked towards?
When he walked to right, like, if you go down my road, like, just walk straight, if you walk through the woods, so it's literally, like, right there.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying that. He walked to the right.
He walked to the right?
Yeah.
To walk out of your neighborhood?
No, to walk out of my house, like, down my road. He
walked down your road?
I didn't see him after that. I went back in the garage.
How far would it be for him to walk somewhere after that?
Not very far.
Where would he get to?
I don't know. You get to, and there's stores. You catch a ride. I don't know.
Okay.
It's right in the middle of places. There's Walgreens, Specs, CVS.
Okay. Did you call him a ride?
No, sir. I did not.
You did not call him a ride?
No, sir. I promise.
And I can look through your phone and see your phone calls?
You can look through.
I can look through anything in your phone, right?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you have my
Yeah.
consent now. It
Yes.
doesn't matter if I say yes or no.
Well, no, it does matter. I want you to be cooperative.
Yeah, no, I just don't like people going through my thing.
I understand. I'm a personal person, too. I understand that. This is kind of a big deal, though.
Yeah.
Don't you agree, Nick? It's okay if we look through your entire phone.
I guess.
Come on, I need you to be a little bit more specific than that. Show me some good faith.
Well,
I'm asking you to be cooperative.
Why do you need to go through my whole...
Because I need to know if you're being cooperative with me. Somebody that has nothing to hide would say, search my home, search my house. I have nothing to hide.
I gave you my consent.
You gave me consent to search your phone.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's the cooperation, because originally you weren't telling me the truth on everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're talking about Corey, who houses Charlie, and you're telling me Charlie was the one that comes to your house and tells you that he did this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you sure not leaving anything out?
I'm sure.
Nothing about your clothes, his clothes, where he discarded his clothes,
Mm.
what he left in your dad's truck?
No, sir.
Okay. Remember when I told you I'm completely honest with you?
Yeah, no. He didn't leave nothing in the truck. Yeah, he didn't go in my house. So.
You never let him in the house?
No, we stayed in the garage.
Has he ever been in your house?
No, sir.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he drove your truck?
Yeah.
Because I have your truck. I have the truck.
Yeah.
That's how this works. And I will get fingerprints out of that truck. I will know who touched the steering wheel last. That kind of stuff, okay?
Okay.
And it's going to be Charlie?
It should be, yeah. It's Charlie driving it.
Okay. When did he get back to your house?
Oh, man.
Think about it. Whenever you told him to leave, what did you go do, and what did you see as far
When
as
did
clock?
he get back? No, it was after rush hour. 5:30, 5:20, somewhere around there.
Well, hey, where did you tell your mom works? What time do they close?
4.
4?
4, 5, I don't know.
5?
It depends on which part you're talking about.
Well, was your mom home when Charlie got back?
She was, but she was laying in bed.
She was home. So when she showed up from work, your dad's truck was going?
Yeah.
Because earlier you told me your mother wasn't home. Nobody was home.
No, she wasn't home until she got home from work.
And earlier you told me it was before your brother even got out of school, which would have been way earlier than 4 o'clock.
Let me tell you. It was 4:30, 5:30. It's when he got there. My mom was home at 4:30. Give or take, depending on traffic.
Did you talk to your mom when she got home?
No, I didn't. No, I was in my room.
You were in your room?
Yeah. I was waiting on Charlie to get back.
But when Charlie got back, were you in your room?
Well, no, I was in the garage. I was waiting on him.
Well, you just told me you were in your room waiting on him.
Well, yeah, I went up to my room to watch TV because it's comfortable and I have a bed up there and not a plastic chair in the garage.
Okay, these are inconsistent statements.
What do you mean?
I mean, they're inconsistent statements. They went from being in the garage to my mom not being home to my mom being home to now me being upstairs to me being down in the garage when Charlie got there. I don't understand how all that... You see where you keep going back and forth with all that? Hey, put yourself in this chair that I'm sitting in. Do you see where you keep going back and forth and all that?
No, I'm getting mixed up. Okay.
I'm not here trying to mix you up.
No,
I want you to be straight.
mixing myself up. Okay. God dang. Alright, so yes, no, Mom got home about 4:30. Charlie was gone by then. I figured by the time it, because he left so late, I figured rush hour, it would take him about an hour to get back. So I went up to my room after I left the garage, after he drove off, right? And after about an hour, I came back down into the garage to wait for him to pull up.
And you never went back into that truck after that?
No, sir.
What'd you do with the keys?
I put them on the table. I think the table in the garage, but it might be the table by the door.
Explain the table by the door.
It's just a little table.
Is that where they're normally kept?
Sometimes. My stepdad leaves his keys in the garage all the time.
But he's not home.
No, so they just kind of stay in the garage.
So when we got the truck, we must have got the keys out of the garage or that table?
I'm guessing, yeah.
They shouldn't have moved, right? Nobody would have moved them?
What do you mean? Well, no, I put them there.
Right, they shouldn't have moved from where you put them.
Oh, yeah, no.
Do you know that guy?
Yeah, it's Corey.
That's Corey?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wow. So Corey's real. Now the only question is Charlie real?
So how much does the 6 grams cost?
$60.
Is that the deal that y'all had discussed?
Well, that's what I was getting.
What do you mean?
60 isn't 380.
Yeah. Well, that was Charlie's bud that would rest.
380 was?
The rest take 380 minus 6.
$380 minus $60? Is that what you're telling me? All you were chipping in was $60?
Yeah. I don't have a job.
Charlie does?
No, I don't know what he does. Well, yeah, I can't say he doesn't have a job. I don't know what he does.
Okay.
What's his zip?
Huh?
What's his zip?
An ounce.
And how many were you getting?
2?
Was that the standard that you normally get, or what?
No, I've never bought an ounce. I'll get like 2 grams for myself. And that'll last me a while.
Okay.
So what do you need 2 ounces for?
Charlie. He was throwing in.
Did you ever tell Devon that, hey, Charlie will be down there to pick this up?
Well, no, it didn't matter. As long as there's money. Okay.
Do you know right now that it does matter? You said it doesn't matter.
It didn't matter in my head at the time.
It matters quite a bit.
I understand that. But it didn't register at the time.
Nick, those are the kind of things that makes me think maybe Charlie didn't go down there. Charlie went down there in your dad's big pickup truck that your dad doesn't let you drive.
Well, he does let me drive it. I just don't drive it because I have my own vehicle.
Well, why didn't you send Charlie, who you don't even know his last name, in your Cobalt?
Because it's a standard stick shift.
Is that something y'all discussed? Did he tell you he doesn't know how to drive a stick shift?
Yes, he did. That's what we discussed. He doesn't know how to drive stick, so he took truck.
Okay. So understand this. Your mom's a very nice person.
Jeez.
What do you think your mom's response to all this was?
I don't even know, man. I'm surprised she hasn't had a stroke.
Just that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that is.
Yeah, it looks familiar, yeah.
At the house, out of Corley's?
I believe, yeah. I'm sorry, I can't see.
Is that the swing you're talking about? The hammock?
The hammock? If that's a hammock right there, then yes, that is the house.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. Corey's real. Corey's house is real.
Your mom is very sweet, and she is very cooperative. We spoke with her. That's how I know timelines and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? And I told you about cameras and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're going to give me Charlie. What do you think Charlie's going to tell me? Nick, look at me. What do you think Charlie's going to tell me?
They didn't do it.
Think he'll even recognize or acknowledge that he knows you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, he knows me.
But he's going to say he didn't do it? He's going to have an alibi on where he was? Huh?
Everyone says they didn't do it.
Well, you started out by saying you didn't.
I'm just saying everyone says they didn't do it.
Let's go back to you starting out saying that you didn't do it. What did you tell me happened?
I told you that I was in my football and we picked up weed from Devon.
From Devon and who?
His driver.
And who?
I don't remember saying anybody else.
No, that's not what you told me.
Okay, then
I'll refresh your memory.
yes, please do.
You told me you went down there. You were kind of hesitant on telling me where you went. Yeah, I don't know, Taco Bell. Let's revisit what you told
me. Yes, sir, you're right.
You got out. You went to his car.
Yeah.
Got into his car and met with Devon, driver. Still awake?
Yes, sir.
This is very important.
I'm listening.
Met with Devon, driver, and another guy.
Okay.
You told me that.
Okay.
You remember that now?
Yeah.
You had a whole explanation?
Oh, yeah, no, because Devon is always with a bunch of people. His car is always full of people. So.
Okay, with that explanation to me, if you tell me this car's always full of people, then why wouldn't there be 4 people? How would you get in the car? Why wouldn't you tell me there was 4 people?
It's just kind of a little fib. You know.
Does this sound like it's a good time to tell little fibs?
No, not at all.
Well, I don't think it was a little fib. I think you told me that there was 3 people in the car.
No.
You awake?
Yes, sir, I'm awake.
As we head to our last commercial break, it appears that those little fibs are coming back to haunt our suspect. Let's see how they close and seal the deal on him, because I don't think they're going to stop. I think they're going to press him really hard going forward. Been in their room for a long time. Everyone's tired. I think everybody wants to go home. They want a confession.
Guess what? Out of those 3 people, only 2 are dead. Do you know what that means? That means there is a living eyewitness. I explained to you about talking to your mom. I explained to you about cameras. I haven't lied to you about anything.
Yes, sir.
One of the victims is awake and talking and did not perish. You know what perish means? The other 2 did perish. That's why we're looking at capital murder. So we have an eyewitness.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to explain to me? What is it that you want me to know about everything that occurred today?
I didn't do it, man. I wasn't there. I set it up.
Who all was there?
What do you mean?
Who all was in your dad's truck?
It was just Charlie. I promise, it was just Charlie.
Do you see where I would have trouble believing that you would send Charlie in your dad's truck
I understand why, yes.
with your $60
Yes, sir.
and think that he's going to come back with $380 worth of weed?
Well, that was his deal.
Nick, you're trying to explain that away.
Well, no.
But you know he's a stoner without a job. I don't understand. You sent him with $60 in your dad's truck.
Because I'm pretty sure he's a drug dealer. He's just always got weed, so, I mean...
And why did he need to go pick up weed?
Because he needs to re-up sometime. He's got to get more weed eventually.
Re-up by ripping someone off?
Well, I mean, that's not how I meant it, but...
But what? Enlighten me.
But that's what happened. Well, not exactly. Whatever. Nobody got ripped off. Somebody got, or was about to get robbed. That's what I was looking for. And he shot somebody.
How do you know?
What?
How do you know what you just told me?
How do I know what I just told you?
You said nobody got ripped off. Somebody was about to get robbed. How do you know?
Well, because Charlie said that.
And you didn't inquire with Charlie about you just killed somebody in my dad's truck?
No. I wanted to forget about it as soon as possible.
Nobody wants to deal with this. I understand where you wouldn't want to deal with this. I don't want to be here dealing with this. The family of those two young men don't want to have to deal with what they're dealing with. What did he do with the weapon?
I don't know. Really don't.
Did you catch that? Did you see what happened after that last question? Some of you might have saw it, but if you didn't, watch it again, back it up about 20 seconds, watch that last question and watch what happens. And leave a comment in the comment section if you caught it. Let's see how many people can catch what happened.
Where did it come from?
I don't know. He must have.
Okay. We're going to revisit some other things. You understand that you're being audio and video recorded right now, right?
Yeah.
You understand I read you your rights, your trial. This is the Nick that they see. And you're giving me I don't knows, and I wasn't theirs.
I wasn't there, sir.
Did you stay in the truck?
No, sir. I was not in the truck with you.
It's a little hard to believe.
Oh, I believe it, man.
Did you have your phone with you?
I had my phone.
You had your phone?
Yeah.
Okay. So your phone is going to show me that you were at your mom's house the entire day? Nick, wake up.
Yes, sir. Yes, it would.
That your phone never left your mom's house?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even without signal, it still attempts to search, and it pings on towers.
I mean, it was at home.
So we can get into some of the evidence and stuff like that. I can explain that to you. I'm not going to find anything that matches you in that vehicle that this occurred.
What do you mean?
The vehicle where the transaction occurred. The vehicle that you explained to me earlier that you got into and bought weed from Devon and his two friends.
Wait, I'm sorry. Ask that again.
I'm not going to find any evidence inside that vehicle that you were in the vehicle with Devon and his two friends.
No.
Are you 100% positive about this?
Yes, sir.
Instead, I'm going to go pull Charlie off of Corey's couch. And Charlie's going to tell me the same identical story.
I don't know what he's going to tell you that.
Well, he should, right?
If
You're
he's
telling me that's what occurred.
He's telling the truth. Yes.
How much does your girlfriend know about this?
None. I didn't want her to know about it. It was kind of a Valentine's Day present.
Didn't want her knowing about the weed?
Yeah.
Or you were giving her the present of,
Weed.
hey babe, I didn't kill those two.
No, I'm just going to give him the weed for Valentine's Day. Here's the first one.
And you don't know the two that were killed there?
What do you mean? I don't know the two?
Other than Devon.
No.
You know Devon.
Yeah, I just know Devon.
You don't know the other
I
one.
do not.
And you don't know the one that lived.
No.
Never met him before.
Never met him.
You're 100% confident that he'll tell me that
Yes, sir.
Charlie was the one that got in the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
He's going to tell me that Charlie got out of the driver's side of the vehicle to get in there from?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What else did you think of that you want to let me know then?
I didn't think everything. I just ready to leave, man. I just want to go to sleep.
What'd you do with the $60 worth of weed?
Yeah. I don't know. I hid it somewhere.
Or tried it?
Somewhere outside in the woods.
By your house?
It's in not by my house. It's in the neighborhood. But
Are you still worried about the weed?
no.
I really feel like everything I've talked about is falling on deaf ears, dude.
I've heard everything you've said, man. I promise.
You have no problem leaving keys to an F-250 sitting in the garage. But you tell me you hid the weed out in the woods?
Well, yeah. I didn't want nobody to find it, and my mother does not want it in her house.
But you weren't even home when your mother got home. She said you weren't home. She's not a snitch. She doesn't know she's snitching on you, but
No, I was.
she said you weren't home when she got home.
I was home.
Well, you telling me that you were home and your mom, who is credible,
No, she.
telling me that you weren't home. What? What?
She texted me asking me where I was, and I didn't text her back because I was already in the house. Oh.
So that makes sense to you. Sit up. Sit up. Help me. Help me. Help me. I'm giving you every chance to help me. That makes sense to you.
Well, it makes sense to me.
That your mom texts you while you're home, and you don't text her back, right?
Well, I went and talked to her. No, I didn't text her back. I went in her room and talked to her.
Okay, but to me, it could also seem like it's because you just killed two people and you don't want to text your mom.
No, that's not what happened. I was in the house, and she texted me, "Where are you?" So I didn't text her, and I just went in her room and said hello and gave her a
Then why
hug.
would she tell us that you weren't there?
Dude, she didn't see me. I don't know, man. I stay in my room and in the garage. What do you want me to do, man?
I want you to convince me that you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
I want you to convince me that
How
this
can I
wasn't you.
convince you that it wasn't me?
I got a lot more convincing me that it was you.
It wasn't me, man. It wasn't me.
Tell me everything. You know you want to get it off your chest.
I didn't do anything, man. It wasn't me.
You know you want to get it off your chest.
It wasn't me.
Then tell me what you're leaving.
I'm not leaving anything out. That was it. You know the whole story.
Him showing back up in your dad's truck.
Yes, sir.
And you saying, get off my property, and then
Yes,
thinking
sir.
you're just going to forget about it.
Well, I mean, what else was this? Well, I mean, never mind. Don't answer that question.
Do you know what else you were supposed to
I
do?
know what else what I was supposed to do. I just didn't think about that moment. I'm stupid. You know everything now.
Mm-mm. You didn't clarify about these clothes.
What do you mean?
When did you put these clothes on?
This morning, after I took a shower. I took a shower around 10, I think. Maybe 9.
What'd you do with the clothes you were wearing?
Me.
Okay. What'd you do with the clothes you had on?
What clothes that I had on?
That you had on yesterday.
That I had on yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I have no clue.
Look a minute. The reason I'm asking you is because originally you told me you did some laundry. Did you do laundry today?
Not my laundry. I got some clothes from a friend, and so I just threw them in the wash machine because I didn't know they were all clean.
Well, you're simple employment.
Oh my God, dude! There's nothing to do with the laundry.
Now I have to ask. I have to ask, right?
Okay, I'm gonna
Remember?
tell you about this fucking laundry.
Okay.
Okay,
I asked you already about
Connor
Charlie. Okay. Connor.
was giving away a bunch of clothes. Me and Paige went through the clothes. I picked out what I liked.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if the clothes were clean or not, so I threw them in the washing machine today. That's it. That's the whole story.
Okay. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Something completely innocent, right? Nick, something completely
Yes,
innocent,
sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Setting up a robbery is not completely innocent. Did you set up
I didn't.
a homicide?
I did not.
Did you set this up today?
It was
Did you
not.
set this up today?
No, sir.
You didn't set this up?
Not like that. No.
Okay. That's why I have to ask you these questions.
I did not set this up.
I have to figure out what occurred. And remember I told you you're like pulling teeth, you're not telling me everything?
No, he was supposed to buy the weed.
Okay. But with $60.
No, he had his own money.
Did you see that money?
No.
He told you he had another $320?
Yeah.
How old's Charlie? Give me a rough estimate.
19, 20.
You think Charlie's older than you?
I don't know.
You sell weed?
Do I sell weed? No. Don't do me like that, bro. I don't sell weed. I don't. I smoke it occasionally.
What else do you sell?
I'm getting what else do I do?
That's all you do is smoke weed occasionally.
Yeah. I get drunk every now and then. I haven't actually done anything else in a very long time.
Well, sorry, dude. It doesn't make sense him just showing up at your house if he lives way down there and you're up in Lewis.
I don't know where he
And then
lives.
him walking all the way back to work.
I don't know where he lives. It's what I'm telling you. The last place I saw him live was at Corey's. That's...
Y'all didn't discuss where he lives?
No.
Okay. Refresh my memory on what you told me. How did he end up at your house?
He walked there.
You say that because he didn't have a car?
Yeah, he just showed up. No ride.
How did he get your attention?
I was in the garage. He said, hey.
So you're in the garage then. You're in the garage when he gets there. But for that brief moment your mom drives up in the driveway, you're not in the garage anymore.
No. Wait, no.
Okay.
He left.
So
he got there before my mom got there.
He gets there before your mom gets there.
Yeah.
He just walks up while you're in the garage.
Yeah.
What do y'all begin talking about?
Well, he just said, what's up? He asked me for a cigarette. We talked about getting weed. That was about it.
You live in the back of the neighborhood and he just comes walking up?
Yes, like I said, I told him that he could stay at my house if he ever needed a place to stay.
Did y'all discuss that? Did he say I need to stay at your house?
No, he didn't. He said he needed some weed.
How does he know where you live?
Because I told him where I live.
How did you tell him? I just sat here and had to point out maps and stuff to figure out where Corey lives. How did you tell him where you live and he just finds you immediately?
Because I gave him my address.
And he dropped a pin on your house? Or
I don't know, man.
I don't either.
Look, I don't know. I gave him my address. He had my address. That's how... You give me your address.
Why are you getting so frustrated right now?
Because you're...
Listen to me. I might have Charlie in here going over all the same shit, and he's going to tell me, I don't know what you're talking about, but I do know that Nick and a white truck ended up going up there and killing 2 people.
Oh, no.
So if you think my questions are not good questions...
No, I have no problem with your questions.
Okay.
You just ask the same ones over and over.
I do, because I'm having trouble following most of this. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It doesn't make sense that you sent Charlie down there by himself.
Why doesn't that make sense?
In your dad's truck.
Yeah. Well, he couldn't drive stick. That was the only ride.
You could drive stick.
Yeah, but I didn't want to go.
You didn't drive down there?
No, sir.
The Cobalt never made it down there?
No, sir.
The Cobalt and your phone stayed up in Willis at your house the entire day.
Yes, sir.
Can you convince me of that?
Honestly, no. I mean, I don't know what else you want me to do.
What do you think of the situation that I've told you?
Shit.
It's just shit?
Well, I mean...
2 mothers lost their sons today?
Yes.
Over your $60 a week? And I'm trying to find justice for that, and all you can do is kind of smirk at me and tell me that, oh, it wasn't a big deal, this wasn't a big deal, I didn't think of this, I should have called this people. I don't know how he showed up at my house.
No, he walked. I'm guessing he walked. He did
Okay.
not show up in a car.
Your truck, your contact, your weed. Your order, purchase.
Yeah.
If you're here this late in the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys supporting me. As you can see, the officers are pretty much ready to quit, but they don't. They almost quit, but they hang on. These 2 guys are great.
A lot of stuff that belongs to you, Nick.
Nick, look at me.
I'm
Look at me.
listening.
Look at me. You own this capital murder right now. Your girlfriend's in there being more cooperative on who these people are. Oh, yeah. I know, Corey. Yeah. He lets Charlie sleep on his couch. He's over it. You can't even tell me.
I told you that Charlie stays at court.
I know.
But you also told us that she had never even met them.
No, I said I think she knows him.
So,
That is what I told you.
Was Paige there when Charlie was there?
No, sir.
She ever met Charlie?
No, sir. I don't know what to do.
How many lies are hard to keep up with?
We're talking about hours ago. I'm not asking you what happened weeks ago. And you can't keep it straight. Your mom, who's credible, who wasn't part of the double homicide today, says, nope, he wasn't here when I got here. Don't make your mom alone.
Now, you guys are pretty smart. You guys probably noticed this, but check this out. The officer a couple minutes ago got up, moved a chair away from the suspect, backed up, stood in the corner of the room, and now he's about to move himself back in. Was that a tactic? Was it apply pressure, then back off when it didn't work, and then come back in for the kill? What do you think about that? I don't know.
If you were there, it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference. If Charlie did this and you were there, what's going to screw you, Nick, is if you give us some bullshit about staying at home and you didn't stay at home. Again, Nick, I have not lied to you at all. I have not tried to trick you. I have shot you completely straight.
Yes, sir.
You understand what he told you about the lies and keeping lies straight. Think about in the 30 minutes we were talking and you told me your first attempt to go up there and buy Bud, and then Charlie ended up there by himself, that you couldn't remember what you told me the first time compared to what you told me the second time. Now, you tried to tell me a lot of stuff that you remember that did happen today and tell it in that same chronological sequence. But these are the things that are going to be difference between you being an accomplice. I didn't say you pulled the trigger. But I don't think you stayed home either. I think you were in the truck.
What is it?
I've painted it out for you.
What do you mean it figured it out?
I've explained every reason why you were in that truck.
Mm.
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, I don't remember.
I'm not going to tell you specifically.
Mm.
But I've told you how investigations work. You were talking about the justice system taking care of everything.
Yes, sir.
Now, I don't want you to get hung up on a lie about not being there if you weren't there. You were there, right? Nick, you were there. Nick, you don't want to be there, but you were there.
I was not there. I was there.
I'm not going to be able to help you.
How could you help me anyway, man?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if I get found guilty, what, death penalty, he said? Okay, if I found guilty of being an accomplice? What is that?
That's why the details. That's why the details are important. You don't need to get a death penalty. You're 8 years old.
Well, yeah, but I'd rather not spend.
If it was you, if there is no Charlie, and it was you that went to go buy weed, I already told you, man. I don't care if you smoke weed. I really don't care.
I know exactly what you care about. You care about the homicides.
Yes,
I
I'm glad.
I know exactly. I have been listening.
Okay, I know. But if that wasn't your fault, if there is no Charlie, and 3 against 1 who try to set you up in the back of a car, do you understand what I'm saying? Any jury would understand that. It was 3 against 1. Just went to go buy some weed. Just wanted a little bit of weed. It was a Valentine's Day gift.
You've been robbed before, right?
Sir?
And you've been robbed before?
Yes, sir.
There is no Charlie. I can tell from your text messages, dude.
But there's a Charlie.
Okay, there is a Charlie. Your text messages, man. You were happy to go get weed. This was going to be you. I've sat here and talked to you. I understand your disposition. I can tell that you're not a mean, hateful person.
I'm not.
3 against 1. I just don't know how you can hold on to what you did today, what happened, what you've seen. Go in and battle. See things like that, and you think you're going to sleep for the rest of your life? You've been through something traumatic, Nick. Nick, this is traumatic.
I can't do prison, man.
I'm not asking you to do prison. Man, if you were there and they went to rob you, it was 3 against 1. You start off by lying because it's marijuana. Marijuana's socially acceptable now,
No,
man.
I lied because I'm trying to get into the Air Force.
Okay.
And I don't need them because I already had to get a waiver signed for my possession charge already.
I'm not here to charge you.
Well, no,
Okay, I understand why you're telling me about your lie. Your lie compounds, and it compounds.
I know.
I need you to tell me. I can't save you. If we leave it at when I was standing about to walk out of this room, Air Force is the last thing that you would have had to worry about. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Nick, you're a victim, dude. You've been through something very traumatic. I can see it in your body. You can't keep your legs still. I see it all over your face. That's not you. You're not some homicidal maniac. You just wanted some marijuana.
You got me.
What do you mean?
It was me. I did. He tried to rob me. I shot him.
How did it happen? I can't just leave it at that they tried to rob you. I have to have the details of the robbery.
I mean,
tell me what
I
happened.
got in the car, and sat in the back seat.
Which back seat?
Passenger side, passenger side. And,
You sat on the passenger's back seat.
yeah. So, the car's going that way. I'm right here.
So first of all, they tell you to come meet him. You all set
Yes,
this stuff up.
Yes, sir.
Said you'll see him.
Yeah, because my phone didn't work without Wi-Fi, and so I wouldn't be able to text him once I got there.
Okay.
So I told him, so that's why we set up a spot to meet, so he would just see the vehicle and know I'm there. And I get in the car.
You get in the car.
I say, "What's up?" to Devon. And then they asked me if I had the money. I said yes.
How much money do they think you had?
It's $380.
You did have $380?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, and they asked me for the money. Yeah. They just were yelling at me, saying, "Shut the fuck up, give me the money, give me the money." And I don't know, I've been robbed before, so I know what's about to go down.
You carry a gun because you've been robbed before?
Well, it was a $400 drug deal. You would carry a gun too?
That's what I carry a gun right now. That makes sense.
It was a lot of money.
You got $400 on you. You brought the gun. What kind of caliber was it?
22.
Where did you get it?
My stepdad's truck.
Okay. Is it still in there?
No, sir.
They start yelling at you. You're sitting at the edge of. Is it still light outside?
Yes, sir. Yeah. It was light outside. I could see.
So Devon's in front of you?
Yes, sir.
Who begins the yelling and what's going on?
At first it was Devon. And then it was the driver. And then the third guy just jumped in and started.
What happened? I have to know the details.
But they were yelling at me. The third guy grabbed me. And he was trying to take money. And I shot him.
Did you have the money out?
Yes, sir.
Did you produce the gun, or did you get in the car with the gun?
Well, I had it in my pocket. That's what it was.
Okay.
I had to stick it just in case. And so once they were saying, like, give me the money and everything, I pulled it.
What order did you shoot?
The guy beside me first, because he was grabbing me. And then the driver, because he was the next person I saw. And then Devon.
On Devon, here's a headrest right here.
Yeah.
Where'd you put it compared to that headrest?
I really don't know. It all happened in like 2 seconds.
Really quick.
It was really fast, dude. I don't even remember most of what happened. I just remember me firing off 3 shots in the fucking guy's skulls.
Then what happened?
I fucking grabbed my shit and I got that.
What did your shit consist of?
Oh, my money. That was it.
Your money?
Yeah.
And your gun? Those are your
Yes,
two hands?
my money.
Where did you put your money to grab your money, or did you ever release it?
And I threw it in my pocket because
So you had the money, you produced it, and showed them the money,
Yes.
and they started yelling?
Yes, and
So you shot them and then put the money back up?
yes, sir.
Then you got back in your... Did you grab any marijuana? Did you
Yes.
take anything from the car?
Yes, sir.
What'd you take?
I had a little bit of marijuana. It was
The marijuana that they were
yeah.
supposed to sell you?
Well, they didn't bring the 2 zips. I just took what they were smoking in the car.
And where did that come from? Center console?
Yeah,
Or
it was center console.
did you have to pop it open?
Yeah.
So you were looking for your zips after that?
Well, yeah, I was searching the car and I just,
While sitting in the car?
well, yeah,
Or did you ever get out and look through?
no, I stayed in the car.
I hate to interrupt here, but I can't let that go. That's freaking crazy. Think about it. You're in the back seat. You got 2 dead people. You probably think all 3 of them are dead. You just shot all 3 of them. And now you're searching through the car with these people like laying there. You know what I mean? That's like cold-blooded.
And I just knew that I had to get out of there. So I looked and there was nothing but a little bit. And so I just ran.
Where'd you go next?
I went straight home. I was freaking out. Straight home, and hung the fuck out of my mother.
Wow. Wow, man.
I'm sorry. I really do apologize. I was scared shitless.
I believe you.
But in the end, the jury would not believe his story. our guy, who shall not be named, would be handed down a sentence of life without the possibility of parole for the drug deal turned double homicide. I hope after watching until the end, you can see why I said that this was the greatest liar in true crime history. It's a shame that I can't give his identity because the vultures are never too far away. If you enjoyed this red thread proof episode of They Caught Me, don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment saying, I made it, if you lasted until the end of the episode. If I see enough people who watch this entire episode, it will certainly motivate me to start making videos a little bit longer to accommodate those of you who enjoy it. But for now, I'm out. I gotta go research and source new unseen material for my crew. But I'll see you again real soon, right here on They Caught Me. Till next time.